Hi guys, welcome to my review and play ratings for Arsenal's so-called performance against Brighton yesterday. I didn't want to do it straight away after yesterday because I was so angry, um, so enraged by that performance and clearly the problems that are with this football club. Um, so yeah. Let's get straight into it, shall we? The lineup um, that was picked by Arteta. Um, Again, everyone baffled. Martinelli, why is he not starting? Why is he not starting? What has he done? Right? I don't get what, and even and all the way for the game wasn't picked. It's now the fact we've made 10 subs with these new rules about substitutions. This is something that an Arsenal fan on AFTV has raised and it's quite a relevant point. We've made 10 substitutions, and he hasn't even been one of them, let alone the fact he should have been starting in the first place. I don't get it. And if I was Martinelli, I'd be knocking on Arteta's door and said, I've done nothing wrong. I've done everything right. I've scored 10 goals. I've done this. I ran all the way down the other end of Stamford Bridge and put the ball in the back of the net when people before him, like Bentner and that, could even put it into Rose Ed. So, what more do you want me to do to get a game? It's like he's got a personal vendetta with him. What's he done? Right? Arteta? Has he gone off with your missus? Right? Has he gone off and slept with your missus or something and you found out? Right? Because there's no tactical reason why he's not starting. There's no reason. And I said in the preview, well, no, I said uh, I said to myself when the lineup came out, you better make sure that you win this game, otherwise questions will be asked, and they are being asked now, and that's even before we start the game. The lineup was very also similar to the Man City game, where let's just go back. So where Bellerin started, Mustafi started, Guendouzi again started, Aubameyang, Saka. Now the reason we've got 9 substitutions on the bench and we're allowed to make 5 because of the congested fixture list. People are going to get tired, so you need to rotate. Yes, not rotate completely. I'm not talking about wholesale changes, but enough changes so that you don't tire them out. Because also, if you tire them out, you put them at risk of injury, especially with the fixture list it is, and it's only the second game back after 3 months of lockdown. So, yeah, I'm baffled by the lineup. It looked like it was a 4-4-2. That when the game started, it clearly wasn't because Aubameyang went to the left again, with Lacazette in the middle, and it's just I still can't get my head around it. This is why I wanted to do it today, to try and see if I can have 24 hours to get my head around it, and I still can't. But game kicks off, first 20 minutes, we were bright, very bright. Started fast. At times it was a bit end to end when Brighton hit us on the counter, but we were creating chances. We should have been 2-0 up at least by the 20th minute. Lacazette, touch before his first attempt, which gave the defenders put the challenge in. Aubameyang missing a fair amount of chances. Saka, I think, hitting the bar as well. So, yeah. But then, typical Arsenal, after 20 minutes of being bright, being forward thinking, we let Brighton slowly control that and bring themselves into the game. And by the end of the first half, or towards the end of the first half, before even Leno got injured, I was thinking, we're on the back foot. Let's just look. We're making too many mistakes. Let's just get in at half time to regroup, right, and give a talking to. Again, try and get to 0-0 at half time. And this is Brighton now. This is not Man City, it's Brighton. Then we had the Maupay incident with Leno. Now, how is Son getting sent off for a similar challenge earlier in the season because of the severity of the injury that's been caused by nudging someone in midair? Yet, Maupay doesn't even get a booking. And this is when the referee has been absolutely atrocious. And I'm not going to spend too much on the referee because we all know Premier League referees, they're absolute crap. Absolutely shite. All of them. And their man of the match should have had about 3 bookings. The actual man of the match of the whole game. I think it was Bissouma. But yeah, he nudges Leno and injures Leno's ACL because he can't control his landing. And instead of immediately realising what he's done and like say it was an accident, he's gone straight to the ref and pointed saying he's outside the box. So he knows what he's doing. He's trying to shove him out to get him out to get a free kick. So he knows what he's doing. And he didn't need to do that. Leno had the ball in his hands before he even got there. And it's all right apologising at half time. But now Leno's out, and Leno knew himself because he saw him as he went off. Did the players back him? Did the players go in on Maupay and showed that they cared? No, they only showed when they cared when it was at the end. Right? And that's the only time they actually give a crap. When it's too late. So, and despite the fact that Leno has been, he was our man in the match, and he went off for me, he was man of the match. 41st minute, he's been sent off, he's been carried off, and I'm giving him man of the match. What does that tell you? What does that tell you about our performance? Not saying that Martinez didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do much wrong, really. Maybe the second goal he could have done a bit better. Maybe stood up a bit more. But I'm not going to hold him to that because the 2 defenders should have been spun in the first place. Yeah, so second half, until Pepe scored, we didn't look like we're taking too many mistakes, too many touches. It's slow, it's predictable. It was like Arteta decided, I'm going to play how I played under Wenger. Predictable, slow, right? Not forward thinking. And it just played into Brighton's hands. Brighton it's one the fact they played really well. We made them look that good. Because we were so poor. So poor. And I'm trying to do this without swearing, for God's sake. So it's... And then when Pepe scored, with an individual brilliance, who, when he didn't have a great game, we were thinking, good, right, now make some changes, right, let's take the fight to them. Let's finish it off. Bring Martinelli on. Bring Nelson on. Bring all this on. No, let's wait. Let's wait. Let's do what Wenger did. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Then concede. Oh, then let's throw everyone on the park because we couldn't hold on. If Brighton didn't score an equaliser, he wouldn't have made a sub. I bet you not. He would not have made a sub. Does he realise that you've got 5 substitutions to make in three periods in a game? Does he not realise this? He takes Lacazette off and Nketiah. Nketiah's no better. You got Nketiah instead of Martinelli against Lewis Dunk. He ain't gonna beat Dunk. Right? He ain't gonna beat those 6'5" defenders the way he is. Right? He's just gonna get shoved off the ball. So the substitutions are all wrong. They're all way too late. 87th minute, right? 3 subs made it in the 87th minute. And you're bringing on Tierney when you need a goal. You're bringing Nelson on when he's hardly scored for this club in the season. Right? When you've got Martinelli there, right? And the 350k man, Ozil, sitting on the bench, when you know that if you bring either one of them on, Martinelli at least will run and try and put himself about and create an opportunity. Right, Mesut Ozil, you would expect to come on and create an activity, but then again, we expected him to turn up for Man City, but no, he was too busy playing his PS4, and that just shows, right? I generally think half of these players think they're bigger than this football club because this football club's mentality is weak, it's shit. It doesn't care. It doesn't care about the pitch. It doesn't care about the players. It doesn't care about the performances. It doesn't care about this. Anything to do with football. All it cares about is making money. Making profit. Being a business. Not being a football club. And that stems from the top of KROENKE, that parasite in fucking America, right? From down to his fucking son to do his dirty work, right? To then the recruiters since David Dean with, like Skazidas and now Sinelli, they're all shit. They ain't got a fucking clue, right? The only decent one out of that was Mislintat, and he's gone. If Mislintat wasn't around, we wouldn't have Aubameyang or Lacazette. But we decided to get rid of him instead of fucking Sinelli. And there's not much more you can say, right? This has been played with a mentality that is atrocious. It needs a complete overhaul and restart. A complete overhaul, right? Most of these players need to go. That badge, this badge here, the badge we all love, is too big for them. They don't care about this badge. They care about the money they get out of this badge. That's what they care about. So my player ratings, I mean, you can tell I didn't even have to go much into the game, right? I didn't have to go much into the game to describe how shit we are, because it's quite evident off the pitch, and it's now being reflected, and it's easily being reflected on the pitch, right? Basics you expect 10-year-olds to do in defending are not being done by so-called internationals, right? We can't even blame this on David Luiz's time, right? Mustafi, spun. Holding, spun. Right? Ceballos, right? What has he done to start a game? Did he win a competition during lockdown? Because ever since he's come back, he's been crap, right? Tierney had a decent game, right? And Kolasinac, that decision to play him over either Saka at left back, though it's not his natural position, but we know how good he's been at left back, or Tierney, was like the three of them played a competition, right? Or flipped a coin, or did rock, paper, scissors. So yeah, I'll get into my play ratings first. Play ratings next, sorry. But Leno, like I said, man of the match, right? And he was only on for 41 minutes, not even a full half, right? Which speaks volumes. It's 10, right? Because this guy, between him, Aubameyang, Martinelli, and Saka, those are the four key players I'd pick out of the whole squad. Have been the reason we are not in the relegation zone right now. We're not with Brighton fighting for relegation. Fighting from relegation, sorry. And so he gets a 10. Bellerin, shit. Absolute shit. Right? He was better when he had a bandana. Right? But he's new. He obviously cares about like his lifestyle rather than what he's doing on the pitch. 2, Mustafi. Well, Mustafi's Mustafi. Right? Mustafa go as goes as far away as possible from this club. Gone, finished, bye, missing you already. Waste of 35 million that was, right? It's a reason no one else bid it for him at the time. Rob Holding, 1. It's been shite ever since he came back. Kolasinac, 1, 2, 2. Right? Sometimes I didn't even know he was in the game. And 2's just been generous. Pepe, 4, and it's not a 3. Right? And the reason it's a 4 is because he had one individual bit of brilliance, right, which gave us false hope. Gave us fans false hope, at least. Ceballos, 1. Guendouzi, 2. And that's only because he showed some fight after the full-time whistle. But the reason it's a 2 and it's not a 4 for that fight is because it's not during the game. It's at the end of the game, right? And now he's probably going to get banned for his immaturity. But then, does it make a difference? No. Right? Whether Maupay was, I actually believe Maupay, what he said in his press to the press afterwards, straight after the game. I actually do think Guendouzi, when I went on a lot, were taking the piss and be humble. But then, as humility, right, you should realise when Maupay, that when the keeper's got the ball in mid-air, you don't go in for the challenge. Right? There's no way you're getting it. But that's not the reason we lost. And on 6th, and what's worse is that there are some fans in this fan base that will use that as an excuse, right? Or deflect it. Wake up and smell the coffee. We're not big. We're not dominant. We're not a big club anymore. We're mid-table obscurity at best. And until you wake up and realise that, we ain't going nowhere, right? Because we need to unite and get this owner out and make wholesale changes to this club, right? whether you support AFTV, whether you support this or that, doesn't matter. The prime denominator that we all hate is KROENKE and the board. So why don't we just unite behind that and get rid of him? Then we can decide whether Arteta stays or not, right? Just put the differences aside, because we're not moving forward. We're going backwards, right? Do you remember what happened to Leeds? Champions League semi-finalists in 2002-2003. What happened next season? They were relegated. And people go, oh, well, Arsenal will never be relegated. There's always time for firsts. Same with Wenger, would never knocked out in the third round. But this last season, he was knocked out in the third round of the FA Cup by Nottingham Forest. There's always time for firsts. If you don't wake up and realise that, it's not a God-given right. It's not like we've got personal protection, insurance over it. No, if we're not good enough, we will get relegated. End of story. Right? Yeah, so where was it? Saka, again, there's not much else I think he could have done with the crap he was playing around. He was actually one that tried to make change, go forward and care. Hitting a shot, unbelievable shot off the bar. He gets a 6, in my opinion. Lacazette and Aubameyang 3, and that's just being generous. So those are my player ratings. Now we need to just finish this season, unite, and ask for serious change. Get this board, get this owner out. Right? If we are ever to save what's left of our football club, because at the moment Arsenal have no soul. It's gone. It was sold when we went to the Emirates. We were supposed to be competing with Bayern Munich with that stadium, apparently. We can't even compete with Brighton, who have just beaten us home and away this season. 6 points out of 6. It's fucking disgusting. It's absolute shit. And that's just being polite about it. Every single one of them players needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror. Even Arteta. I'm sorry, I think at the minute it's too difficult for him. It's not against him. It's not personal. It's just the fact he's a brand new manager. He was only an assistant before. He is not capable of the change that needs to happen to Arsenal Football Club at the minute. He's not. Right? We need to look at a serious, long-term plan. Because we ain't winning no title or competing for any title for 5, 6, 7 years. Something like that. And that's only if we start implementing change now. Stop getting our rivals to sell us shit. Right? Stop being weak-minded in the market. Stop being weak-minded on the pitch. Right? Just stop this small club mentality, because at the minute this mentality has plagued the club, right, from top to bottom, and nothing's going to change otherwise. I've never seen Arsenal this bad. Never. Right, I was born in 94. Right, so I got the glory years of Wenger. Right. We need a fan base as well that stop idolising these players, putting these players bigger than the club. Right. There's still people that go on about Ozil like he's better than fucking Bergkamp, who wear that shirt, who wear that shirt behind me, right there, because they're comparing him to Bergkamp, right? Because he's now the number 10. It must be because he has the same number. He can't because of his talent, right? Bergkamp, yes, he couldn't fly, but I bet you if he really needed a game, we really needed him, he would have got the Eurostar to France, right? He would have found another transport to Spain, right? But then, if we didn't have him in the Champions League or Europe, which we're not in at the minute, if he was playing for Brighton yesterday, he'd do a lot fucking more than what he was doing, than Ozil was doing. He wouldn't sit on his PS4 and just cut money out of the club, right? We might as well have fresh air, right? And pay fresh air 350 grand a week. Get Ozil, rip his contract up, send him on his way, right? Same with David Luiz, same with Mustafi, Kolasinac, Bellerin needs to go. It's time to move on. Most of that squad, apart from maybe Aubameyang, right? But I doubt he's even going to sign a new contract. Why would he sign? Why? Why? What's the point? Pepe sitting there thinking, what's the point? Why did I come here? Right? False promises, probably. That's probably what led him here. Right? But if we ever do get a new deal with Aubameyang, right? Him, Pepe, Lacazette, I think it's time for him to go because he's not doing it anymore. Saka, and Martinelli, and Leno are pretty much the only players at the minute that warrant a place in that side. Tierney I'd probably let off because it's his first season, but if he keeps being injury prone, like he has been most of this season, then go. That's also a problem as well. We seem to be the only club now that's got Leno injured, Mari injured, Xhaka injured, Chambers injured. Right? Everyone else has got all their fucking squad back. Or most of it. We always seem to be the one plagued with injuries. We're fucked. We are fucked with a capital fucking F. It's not a great time to be in a... Right? Like I said, put us back down in lockdown. Or just forfeit the games. You really think we're going to beat Wolves, Leicester, Liverpool, whether it's home or away or not, Tottenham, right? I'm not even going to say this on camera. We ain't going to beat Tottenham. No, we ain't. When's the last time we went to Tottenham and beat them in their own gaff? When? But even then, Wolves aren't going to. We ain't going to win against. They're above us. They're better than us. So are Leicester, right? Because they're run by owners who care. They're run by owners with a good forward-thinking mentality, right? They're run by owners, right, that care what's happening on the pitch rather than worry about the business. They're run properly. And they've got a manager, right, that knows what he's doing. Yes, people can go on about Arteta not having the players, but it's making best out of situations. But I'm sorry, he's not making the best out of situation because, right, you play the best squad that is on form at that time. He's not done that at all. Right? Not playing Martinelli yesterday or the day before or the game before is not down to him not having the players. That's him not thinking about who's on form, who's not. You play whoever's on form, not big names. We used to moan about fucking England managers doing that, picking big names rather than who's playing well. That's why we love Southgate in a minute, because he gives youngsters a chance that are playing well for their clubs. And it's a sort of the thing, again, that Wenger did. Remember Chamberlain towards the end of the 16-17 season was playing well. He played well for Southampton in centre midfield. We went to Bayern Munich. He puts him out on the right. He never gave him a chance in his natural position. But then people moan the fact that he didn't cross the ball. He didn't cross the ball because he's not a right mid. You play whatever is best on form at that time, right? And the others, well, they have to prove it in fucking training. That's what training's for. And then you give them a chance. And if they still don't do it, then you make substitutions. And you don't wait to the 70th fucking minute. I'm fed up waiting for the 70th fucking minute to make a sub. It wasn't even the 70th minute, it was 78. It was 87. The rest of them were 87. Right? I'm not counting Leno's one, because that was first half and that was an injury. This club is a mess. Absolute mess. Right? Bring back the F1. Because like I said, right, in the last video, right, at least every driver on that grid will give 110%. Win, lose, whatever. I won't just drive half pace. Right? I don't really care about this race. I don't really care. Right? As long as I get my money at the end. They give 110% because they love the sport and they love racing. Right? And plus, they've also got a mentality in every team. Right? The team has a mentality that if you don't perform, you're dropped. Red Bull's a clear example. Gasly didn't perform in the first half of the season. Was dropped. Right? That's why probably F1 is better, right, to probably watch at the minute than Arsenal, because the mentality is that if you don't perform, you don't get a seat, you don't get a chance. Right? They don't just let hand-ons carry on, right, and carry on playing shit. So, like I said, this club needs an overhaul, a massive one, or we're not going to change. And it's going to get worse. Much worse. This is a time for the fans to come together. Otherwise, the club's going to die. In fact, the club has already died. The club I used to love and support, that I used to know, it's gone. It's gone, and it was gone a long time ago. Before even Wenger left. Before people started going on that bandwagon. So, yeah. Sorry if this was such a depressing video. I will be back doing more videos, actually. Obviously, with my health, I'll be doing videos via laptop, via telephone, via my mobile, about, like, with updates on how my health is, explaining certain parts of my health at this current stage. And I haven't finished off my current story as it is right now. Obviously, it's still carrying on with the latest drama, but I will be back I've done 2 chapters up to Transport 4. I'll be doing another chapter on 5 and 6, and then there'll be another chapter about up till now. So keep your eyes out for that. And yeah, and obviously when the F1 comes back, we'll be doing videos previewing, reviewing the F1, which will be a little bit more cheerful, a lot more cheerful. So yeah, I've seen new subscribers come to the channel. I really appreciate it. It means so much, and it's all as usual to help a really good cause. Leave a like, comment, share this video, right? Share the channel links to your friends, your family, everyone you know, right? To spread as much awareness as we can as possible. And if you have any ideas of how I can improve, or any video ideas that I can come up with, please leave it in the comments below, and I will definitely consider them, and I will answer back as much as I can. So yeah, thank you so much, and yeah, I'll be back with probably an update first on my health on Thursday, as well as a preview to the Southampton game. Wait, hey, love it. Yeah, take care and stay safe, stay well, right, and speak to you guys soon.